Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to this beautiful space, this abundant space. I'm Mama Manifests, if you don't know me. Hello and welcome. This is going to be a reading for whoever needs it, right? We're just reading energy, you guys. And if you were attracted here, trust that the law of attraction was trying to give you some insight for your life. It's not sign specific. And yeah, we just kind of jump in here. We just jump in. I pulled out these cards that you see in front of you on the table, and we're just going to see what we got. I do invite all divine beings of unconditional love and light to be here at this time, and please make me a clear channel for divinity and unconditional love. All right, guys, we're getting closer and closer and closer to that eclipse. We're coming up on eclipse season, y'all. We're coming up on eclipse season. How we feeling? I'm just drinking some coffee. I'm a pretty big hermit at this period on my journey. I don't know if you guys are, but I feel like I'm, just looking for somebody to have a cup of coffee with, and you guys just happen to be that person today. Cheers to you, my friend. Cheers to you. All right, let's see what we got going on. What's the virtue? What archangel? How are we going to open this message up today? What do we got going on? What virtue are we really mastering right now? Okay, we got one. Let's see what it is. Security. Okay, so some of you aren't feeling safe, whether it be just not grounded, okay? And there's just a lot of thoughts going through your head. I know it says Zadkiel on there, but I'm feeling a big call to Archangel Michael. Just ask him to remove any cords of attachment of anything that doesn't serve the highest good of all. Ask him and visualize his blue light coming into your energy field and kind of clearing that space, okay? But yeah, I mean, there's just, we're focusing on that. We're focusing on feeling safe. And we understand that that's where everything comes from, right? Our root chakra. If we're not feeling safe, if we're not feeling worthy of feeling safe, most importantly, because I feel like that's the truth for some of you, it's like this worthiness of feeling safe, because at the bottom of the deck here, we had the forgiveness card, right? And I feel like that's all about you with yourself and forgiving yourself for whatever's happened in the past, okay? And that's just coming through strong. We're opening up there. Let's see what other messages we have. What is the overall? Oh, we had one fall out. We had one fall out of the deck. It's on the floor. Let me grab that for you guys. Let me grab that. All right, so we have the Queen of Swords coming out. I'm going to get one more. I'm going to shuffle, but we have the Queen of Swords coming out. And I just love, we're going to do a reading today because I did a reading last night and I read this card out of the book. And it was just the most exquisite. It hit me hard. And I want you guys to just take a deep breath and listen. I know we're here and I know we want, some answers to some things in our life, but I truly invite you guys to really just listen to this portrayal of the Queen of Swords, okay? I serve a noble cause. In mythology, the Queen of Swords was often rather simplistically conceived as an ice queen. This highly intelligent, forthright, and principled woman is tied to performing her duties and obligations as a monarch. She is not afraid for heads to roll when she needs to protect her own or her kingdom's interests, right? But the dark tears, you can see it in the card. I can put it up and so you guys can see the dark tears. I know you want to see the dark tears. You can see the dark tears on her eyes? Okay, we saw the dark tears. The dark tears symbolize the sadness she bears as a consequence. I don't know what's going on with my words today, but bear with me. For she is no lover of execution and death, okay? We know that this Queen of Swords, underneath her is a total Queen of Cups and a Queen of Pentacles, okay? We know she has a big heart. She doesn't like for heads to roll. She doesn't like for heads to roll, but she's going to do it to protect her kingdom, right? And we just need to take that how it fits in our own life, right? A lot of the times, we talked about this a little bit yesterday. the difference between tuning into your heart. The Queen of Swords is protecting her heart, okay? And protecting anything that doesn't make her feel safe and secure, okay? She wants security within her connections, within her home life. And with her career, okay? So anything that, is in her kingdom in between that, she will do what she has to do. She will speak up for herself. See, the kings, for me, a lot of the time say less, right? They not only say less, but a lot of the times it's their actions that speak louder than their words, right? It really is. Like, they're the action ones. The queens are actually the communicators, the nurturers. They're going to, so to me, the Queen of Swords is going to communicate what she needs to for the greatest good of all, because that's truly her intention. The Queen of Swords upright, right? To live in integrity, she would far rather build alliances with her adversaries rather than use brute force, right? She wants that. That's what she wants. She wants the world to get along. She has that Page of Cups in her. She has that Queen of Cups in her, but she also knows what she needs to do. Although she would rather build alliances, if she deems that with her logical mind not possible, or just feels it through her Queen of Cups, then she's going to do what she has to do, okay? She's going to do what she has to do. So there's security. So the security, right? So what do we think of when we think of security? Like, outside of the kingdom. We don't want anything to happen to the security to keep us safe, okay? Anyway, she is dressed here in a Starman samurai kimono. It represents her self-discipline, oh, I love this part, courage, independence, honor, and willingness to serve her kingdom no matter what. No matter what. No matter what. I'm going to put you right there. As head of state, she offers excellent counsel and constructive criticism with a piercing intelligence and well-earned wisdom. I love it. Here, she handles sacred medicinal plants which have co-evolved with human beings for millennia. We use them for healing and guidance as part of spiritual practice. We eat plants, drink their juices, ferment and distill libations from them. We consume them in 1,000 forms. While some are toxic, like the berries of nightshade, holly, and dogwood, we may have proved extraordinarily valuable. Many have proved extraordinary. Okay. Evidence of the use of herbal remedies, for example, goes back 60,000 years to a burial site in Iraq. Today, the majority of the world's population, an estimated 5 billion people, use folk medicine for both acute and chronic health conditions. So some of you, I do feel, are kind of going through like chronic pain, chronic this, a lot of just maybe some stomach issues. And this is saying, first of all, let's incorporate some tea, okay? But what you're really led to, right? Like dandelion tea. They sell that in a lot of the stores now. You used to only be able to get it like herb shops, but it's extraordinarily good for, I feel like, intuitive people. It clears out your system. It clears out your liver, but it really helps, all the energy process through your system. But some of you are dealing with some chronic conditions, backache, and I feel, right? I'm not telling you not to see a doctor. Please do not take me that way. I do believe in the marriage between, holistic and, Western medicine or whatever, Western and Eastern medicine. I believe in, those two should work together. I think they should work together. But what I am saying is there are natural things, and if you are just in touch with yourself, you will be led to them, right, to kind of ease whatever discomfort you're going through physically and mentally and spiritually and emotionally. Today, the majority of the world's population, an estimated of 5 billion people, use folk medicine for both acute and chronic health conditions. The Queen's medicinal journeying enables her to cleanse herself of toxic thoughts and experiences, a form of spiritual cleansing to restore the mind-body connection head with heart. Self-sufficient and perhaps a perfectionist, she is phenomenally capable, knowledgeable, and engaging, with a brilliant intellect able to penetrate into the source of a problem, whether the domain is personal, political, or corporate. Her keen intelligence quickly strips away what's not important, accurately reflecting the facts and uncovering priorities and values. In the process, she uses her own experiences, right, to help illustrate and unmask self-defeating patterns, understanding deeply on all levels the importance of a stitch in time to save 9, right? We're almost done here. We're in the final stretch, and then we're going to read more. She applies this rigorous effectiveness with her own children, regarding it as her maternal duty to see her children grow up to be well rounded, cultured, and highly educated ethical adults. Not always the warmest of mothers due to the heavy burdens of duty, she does bring compassion and a deep understanding to the vicissitudes and trials of life. The Queen of Swords is deeply committed to them, contributing to their gifts and talents effectively and making a difference in the world. Right? Use the power of nature to enhance your lifestyle, a brilliant mind, penetrating intelligence, serving a noble cause, well articulated and I don't know what is coming through. Outspoken. All right, let's get one more supporting energy. Let's continue with this reading. Please make me a clear channel for the divinity. What does this person on the other side of this video need to hear? Okay, I think we got two more, guys. I think we got two more. With the strength on the bottom of the deck, willpower, right? There are certain parts of this journey where we have to exert willpower. That means just the inner strength. The show must go on. We don't feel like doing it. We don't want to. You know, a lot of the times with the strength card, it requires us to act courageously, right? The Queen of Swords, especially for empaths and people, you know, who grew up and didn't have a lot of boundaries and all of this stuff, it can be a relatively hard element to master, right? Because we don't want to hurt other people's feelings, not understanding that when we don't speak our truth and live in our authenticity, we're not only doing a disservice to ourselves, we're truly doing a disservice to those we care and love for, okay? To those we care and love for. We have the Star and the Five of Cups reversed with the strength on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, okay. So you're going to have to make a conscious decision, you guys, we have the Queen of Swords here with this Five of Cups in reverse. There's time and place for everything. I always talk about moving through the emotions and really healing things. But right now, I feel with this strength card, with this Queen of Swords, you kind of just have to do what you have to do to feel safe and secure, right? You kind of have to just tap into your courage a little bit and do what you need to do, right? This Five of Cups in reverse to me, I feel like it's just, I feel like it's, you know, really getting stuck. That's why there's this need, really getting stuck in the emotional realm of things, really being disappointed over the things that didn't work out. The woulda, shoulda, couldas, right? It's the Five of Cups in reverse to me because it upright truly is all about like the grieving process and going through that and honoring that step by step. But it coming out in reverse, I just feel like it's like it's off balance quite a bit. And then we have the Star card coming out here, and it's just incredible energy. There's just incredible healing happening. Your wishes, right? Like, I want you to know, you guys, and what's really big coming off these two is like, you don't even understand how your dreams are manifesting. Things may be not exactly according to plan right now, and things you know, there might have been a couple twists and turns around the road, but you just don't even know that your dreams are in fact manifesting. You are doing the work. You are right on track, and this is part of the process. Okay, and it's like you're kind of, I kind of feel like this, just holding on to your storyline. We talked about this a bit yesterday, holding on the way you want it to be, therefore not allowing that star energy to come in. That's what I'm seeing here. What do we got? That's what I'm seeing here. Gotta be real with you guys. I gotta be real. I gotta keep it real. What other messages do we have here? What? Okay, we have align your life. What is no longer, it's a deep question. What is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? It might be like constantly beating yourself up or obsessing about thoughts or what could have happened or the past, okay? Because it is a sense of security. There, you know, a lot of the people I read for, and something that I personally struggled with myself, was like the addiction to sadness, but you don't even realize you're doing it. Like even sometimes in meditation, I would start just kind of, it's different than the 5 of Cups upright or healing, right? It's just kind of like going over and over. It's like beating a horse to death. And that's what I feel like is happening. And what is no longer in alignment with who you are is not, visualizing your future, visualizing and connecting with the stream of energy of your manifestations. Okay, interesting. What else do we got here? Anything else from the Work Your Light Oracle? Anything else? Warrior woman, if you weren't afraid, what would you do? Okay, this is a big question too. These are big questions that the universe is asking us today, okay? That we're asking ourselves today. If you weren't afraid, what would that look like? What would that look like? How would you show up differently? Okay? How would you, if you weren't like attached to the outcome in some way, shape, or form, or if you didn't have these egoic storylines of fears of what can happen, or like I said, again, being attached to the outcome, right? Of doing what's best for you. Again, I remind you, doing what's best for you is what's best for all. But what would that look like? How would your life look differently if you weren't afraid? If you knew that you would completely and totally be supported, have all your needs met, and that you're on track for your dreams, what would that change inside of you? With this Strength card on the bottom of the deck, this is about a lot of courage here. This is about a lot of courage. And it's highlighting the courage that it takes to go down this path, to make our dreams come true. If it was that easy, so many people wouldn't have given up in the process, right? And we think we sometimes I see so many people, trying out, a certain path or whatever, but when the hard work comes, they kind of shy away from it, right? And that's just the fear and the ego trying to protect itself, because yes, with the spiritual journey there's incredible change, right? If we are coming here to, if we just know something, and all of you guys watching this know something, right? It's a feeling that you had when you were a child. You just kind of have known you were always kind of here to do something, right? You really tried all these different things. You probably have tried so many different things in life, different careers, different jobs, and it just, it was all part of the journey, right? Those are skills you needed to acquire on your journey, but like it wasn't it. Let's just put it that way. Where are we going with this? But you guys are on that path to it. And this is what it takes sometimes. And just, again, I just remind you, not all days are going to be like this, right? And while we're going through this process, especially becoming the Queen of Swords, finding our own courage, finding our own strength, believing in ourselves, believing in our dreams, not focusing on our sadness, and focusing on taking care, we always, not always, but like finding peace and security, knowing that's at the foundation for everything that we want to bring into this world, we kind of show up a little bit differently. We show up a little bit differently, okay? What else do we got? I don't know. I just pulled random cards today. I don't know what's going on. We're going to get one from here. What do we got? What do we got, Pleiadians? What do we got? Woo! Okay, so we got the Divine Masculine is coming out in reverse. Activate the Divine Masculine. That's kind of where I'm feeling. There's just this. And I was kind of trying to explain it yesterday. Really, tuning into your heart space, but not being a pushover, not being, so vulnerably in your emotions that you don't like. There's just a lot here about what we need to do. Courage, right? The Divine Masculine coming out in reverse, there's a need to activate it. And I feel like, right, it's the guardian of the green world. I feel like grounding and getting into nature will be incredibly beneficial, right? It, like some things that you just can't see right now that just aren't connecting, get some fresh air, observe nature, and you'll feel more empowered again. Love will endure, okay? We have love will endure. So choose love, that path. It does take a lot longer to, I don't want to put restrictions or limitations on manifestation. But there isn't any instant gratification with taking the path of love or taking the path of light or, just taking the path of authenticity, taking the path of expanding your consciousness, whatever you want to call it. It's not a quick fix. and it will endure. And sometimes the light takes longer, but it does always come out on top, because as soon as the light's shone down, right, everything else, there's light on it, right? It doesn't have power anymore. So it will endure and banish your demons. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So this indicates to me a lot of the stories and a lot of the things going on within you, they have been that of the ego. Let's just call it for what it is. Like, there's been a lot of ego chatter here, and what I'm feeling is like what's kind of dimming the star energy is not only it's this it's like this sadness. And y'all, do something for yourself today. Do something for yourself today. Choose love, okay? Choose love and do something for yourself today, okay? There was a time on my journey for months straight where all I could do was make, today I'm going to wash my face. And that was the most that I could do. Don't judge yourself for where you're at on your journey, okay? I find it to be, you're really changing, you guys. This is really happening. Even though some of the circumstances around you, it doesn't feel like this path has been working out for you too well, right? And I understand that. And these are the most faith defining moments. And if you continue to commit yourself to the path of love, right, things are going to unfold so incredibly beautifully. We got to let go of the past, right? And I'm not bypassing any single one of you. That is not what I'm doing. I am like the first person to talk about healing and honoring our emotions. But today is about leaving the past in the past, making a decision, setting the intention to leave the past in the past, setting the intention to leave the past in the past, and following the yellow brick road after that intention is set. Okay, let's get 3 more shuffles here. Wow. 1, 2. I love you guys. I get it. I get it. I do. Believe me. Believe me. Believe me. Anima Mundi, accept all and reject none. So yeah, you guys have been setting on this intention and finding the balance between what it means to truly accept all and reject none and not be walked all over at the same time. How can those two ideas coexist? They can, and they do. And a lot of times on this journey, you're going to find things that end up being a paradox, because two things that are seemingly opposite aren't actually true in nature, and they can coexist. Okay. And accepting all, rejecting none, but also, doing what you have to do. That doesn't mean getting walked all over. That doesn't mean all of that. Finding the balance, finding the balance. Okay. The empty room. All right. So this is where we're at right now. And this is kind of where I'm feeling all of this sadness and insecurity. You're by yourself. The universe kind of puts you in a situation where you have a lot of time to think. And I just told you guys, I'm a hermit. I get it. Like, I'm right there with y'all. Just know you're not alone, and know that you're not alone. I know I just repeated myself, but it's the truth, you guys. Hold on. Let's get some coffee. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. But using this place and not being afraid of this place, right? And not letting it take control of us, right? This Queen of Swords, right? Realizing they're still on a mission here, everything, but our foundational beliefs are just changing. This is an initiation card. Yay, you got initiated into an empty room, which, in the 5 of Cups reverse feels like incredible loneliness and a great time to beat yourself up. No, that's not what they want you to do. They want you to do one thing right now, to take care of yourself and set the ball in motion. Be patient with yourself. So what that you're not where, you set the timeline for you to be based on like egoic timelines and egoic wants and desire. I don't want to say wants and desires, because wants and desires are not a bad thing, girl. No, that's not what I'm saying. But it's like you have these expectations on yourself, and you're just kind of like sad of like what didn't work out, because like you can't see the bigger picture, and they're like kind of like, you don't know what's behind the curtain, your guides and the divine, you don't know what's behind the curtain. Just take this time and use it wisely. And if you don't, aren't in an empty room, for those of you viewing that, you got to get into an empty room. Take this space, uncover the truths. See, look at the stars are there, right? Like finding the simplicity in life, finding the ability to be present. And there, all of this will start coming in for you in your own voice in the box, okay? So coming up here, we still have some form of limitation, okay? We want to break out of this box. And as we can see, and I feel like this is a pretty good, we want to get out and we want to connect with all that is, right? And we want to manifest our desires, right? Our dream life, our purpose, living life on purpose, being authentic, being who we're truly meant to be. But we kind of have to go through all these sort of initiations, right, to get rid of all of those beliefs. And yes, we can't go through it all at once, right? If you were given all the information that you have right now on day one of your journey, you would, first of all, I can tell you right now, me, if I knew what I wouldn't have committed to it. Is it worth it? Yes. But like, I couldn't have made that type of commitment, understanding everything that I was going to go through. My fear would have got the best of me and I would have said, no, I think I'm good here. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not doing any of that. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the offering, which to me is, it's in the dark coming into the light. It's some sort of sacrifice, right? And like, we don't ever have to settle on our journey, right? That's different. Sacrificing something that just no longer serves you. Okay. But here we have the box. I actually am going to clarify all three of these darlings. Do I want to? Yeah, I'm going to do it with the fairy tarot today. And we'll just get a little bit deeper message here. Okay. But those are limiting beliefs, like realizing that, the box is staying small. But there's also this curiosity. What's outside of the box? What's outside of the box? And that's kind of what keeps you going, right? Like what's outside of the box? Even in the moments when you just feel like it's too much, it's worth it. I'm telling you guys, it's worth it. I'm telling you guys, I've tried to make a commitment more. I kind of go with the flow, but like, I want to share with you guys more about what I've been through. So you guys truly understand that somebody out there gets it. I'm not just here. There were days that I prayed to be able to even show up, be able to be okay, to show up for a tarot reading. Like, I cried for months straight one time. Every morning I'd wake up, and I didn't eat for an entire month. This shit is real. This is work, right? Oh, yes, there you are, taking one step at a time. The Knight of Pentacles, good on ya. You've had a level of commitment, and that's absolutely beautiful. Cautious but wise action. It's very slow too, and it's a very slow moving energy, this Knight of Pentacles. Okay. On top of this process of this is the last card in this entire deck. Yes, it does require commitment. It requires dependability, discipline. Okay, it takes meticulous attention to detail, but it is a process, okay? And some of you, I feel like you want to speed it up, and that's just your ego telling you some crazy story. Oh, with this Page of Cups, they want you to connect with your inner child and really love yourself, really just spend time with you. If people around you don't want do the things that you like to do them anyway. Really, they want you to just like connect with your inner child. And first of all, your third eye and your intuition is being fine-tuned during this time. But really just like, the love that you want from others, giving it back to yourself. We talk about this a lot, but she came out too, the Page of Cups, yesterday in the reading, right at the center, right? And it's just like, love yourself, have fun with you, allow yourself to have fun. You don't need to sit here and beat yourself up about the past anymore. You deserve to feel secure. Okay. And then we have this Eight of Cups. Okay. So to get outside of this box, it says the desire for a more meaningful life, realizing that it's time to move on, choosing to make major life decisions. Okay. So we've been all kind of moving slow. We know we need to make some life decisions. Both of these cards were here yesterday, but the Eight of Cups is just, it's walking away from the comfort, came through yesterday, and because we know that there's more. It's the desire to keep moving. And you guys are having that. And we're kind of Queen of Swordsing and letting go of anything that doesn't make us feel safe and respected. Those are the clear indicators, right? Do we feel safe? I don't care what it is, right? Like if you're in this job, I'm not telling you to just like, you got to do what you got to do and follow your own intuition. But if you're showing up, if even one person in this world is treating you less than you deserve, is being some form of disrespectful to you, that's going to kind of take over your entire reality. Right? There's if it's showing up in your reality and if you're tolerating it, there's some sort of you that believes that you still do. Okay, just kind of coming through here. And then we have, I'm sorry you guys, we have the Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck, the Awakening. Change the way you're looking at the situation, embrace your uniqueness, a temporary pause in action. With this empty room and this Page of Cups, I just feel that's kind of where we're at. There isn't a lot of movement, right? Because there's a need for us to really tune within what we need to do. We need to do all of this stuff. They're saying this is what we need to take care of. This is our thing on our end. Stop worrying about the who's, the what's, the where's, the why's, how's this going to manifest, all of that. Just do you. Hang out with yourself with a very non-serious, point of view. Have fun with your intuition. Me and my daughter yesterday were doing intuition exercises, meaning like thinking about colors and really tapping into ourselves and guessing what the other one was, right? We're working on it. We're getting somewhere with it. But just simple stuff like that. You might feel stuck right now, and you might feel like you want to move, and you might feel like the universe is punishing you, whatever. I get that storyline. That's not the truth, okay? There's just some thoughts and beliefs and storylines and situations in your life that have evolved, okay? And there's time to take a look so we can have a different perspective, see the bigger picture. Okay, those are your messages, you guys. It's been, wow. I love it. I love you. Keep going. It is worth it. You're worth it. Say, I am worth it. I love you. Namaste and God bless.